Hey guys, Anderson9132 here. You may remember when I uploaded my first video back in a while that I said I was going to upload all of Series 29. Well, upon going back over, I actually realised just how cack it actually was. It was pretty crap, to be honest. None of the matches were really that good. I mean, there were some good matches in there, but just not enough really to tide it or warrant it being fully uploaded. Meanwhile, the 4 grand final battles were actually really good. So what I decided to do is basically do an edited mashup version. So basically it's just going to be a Road to Armageddon where I explain who won and lost in each heat, and then you get to see the 4 grand final battles, you know, the 2 eliminators, the 3rd and 4th playoff, and then of course the grand final battle. Stay tuned to after the episode because I'm going to be throwing in a few bloopers and outtakes as well as some unedited footage. The reason for this is obviously, one, I cocked up a few times while doing the commentary, so obviously that's funny, and secondly, if you remember back when I used to do this regularly, Big C was my cameraman. Unfortunately, due to work and university commitments and all that stuff, he can no longer be my cameraman, so I thought as a bit of a tribute and a final sayonara, I would upload a few bits of unedited footage which have some of our funniest moments in, obviously because we were absolute tits while recording it. So yeah, hope you enjoy this. Thank you for watching. Watch this space. I'm hoping that the new series of RWA Rebirth, the first series of RWA Rebirth, will be out in October. So yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully I won't actually have any delays this time. Take care guys, thanks, bye. In Series 29, we saw the absolute best of the best machines compete in utter chaos and mayhem. Not only did they have to prove themselves battle-worthy, but they also had to prove their driving ability, durability and reliability in the gauntlet in a series of trials designed to find weaknesses in even the toughest of robots. 72 robots competed, and after 68 robots were smashed, battered and defeated, only 4 robots are left. Let's see how it all happened. First up, Heat A, and number 2 seeds Kilohertz looked impressive with a completed run of the gauntlet, as did number 3 seeds Ripper with 20 inches. It was Axel who bit the dust early with a poor 12-inch run. Green Racer was no match for Shunt in the Sumo, leaving the final 4 for the arena stage. Kilohertz made light work of Takai 2, whilst Ripper showed Bison who was boss, allowing the 2 seeds to fight in the heat final. After a grueling battle, Kilohertz came out on top. Heat B saw a shock as Catalyst, long-time Master Race Robot Wars legends, went out in the gauntlet before seeing terrible fall in the Doghouse trial. Newcomer Stingray looked impressive, completing the Doghouse trial in a mere 4.7 seconds before disposing of number 21 seeds Thor in very convincing style. However, they weren't quite as impressive as number 4 seeds Firestorm, who also won the Doghouse in an even quicker 3.7 seconds before easily defeating Battleship and then flipping Stingray to win the heat. On to Heat C, which saw old legend 44 completing the gauntlet along with number 19 seed Slash. Number 6 seed Stinger almost faced early elimination, just making 12 inches. However, Slicer Dicer fell short with an 11-inch distance. In the football trial, Dark Horse's Master Wrath 2 once again fell unlucky after it got stuck on the arena floor, allowing the other machines to score before they could. Newcomer's Bludgeoner looked impressive before being taken out by Stinger in fantastic style. There was no way back from there. Slash meanwhile were busy taking out 44 before they then lost to the mighty Stinger, who went through to the semis. Heat D started with some controversy after Charlie were disqualified for being too big for the pit. Darth were next to fall in the tug of war, lasting a pathetic 0.9 seconds. Former champs and 18th seed starting car looked impressive against Steggy D, but the heat belonged to number 6 seed's Panic Attack, who used great control to topple Nightmare before disposing of the former champs. Heat E started with a huge surprise, with King Pusher, the number 15 seeds, falling out in the gauntlet after covering a distance of just 11 inches. Exterminator looked good at first, setting the record for quickest completion of the gauntlet at just 3 seconds before falling short in the joust, lasting an impressive 23.74 seconds, but it wasn't enough to save them. Then another shock as New Boy's Mosquito beat the 10th seeds Chaos 2 almost immediately. Meanwhile, VMAX was busy impressing us all against the Black Shadow, flipping them out of the arena. And then they decided that Mosquito had progressed far enough, beating them via KO to make it to the next round. Heat F saw Annihilated champions Really Big Cheese plunder early on, only reaching a distance of 13 inches. Rocks proved to lack enough power to make it far through the labyrinth, covering the least distance overall. Then a shock as both seeds, Cerberus at number 12 and MB at number 13, both crashed out to Beetlejuice and Spike Shield 2 respectively. And in the Heat finals, Spike Shield took the glory, Beetlejuice took the drop zone. Ouch. On to Heat G, where the fancied 11th seeds Iron Bar performed a dismal 0-inch distance, sending them packing, whilst Brutal Beetle fell short in the sumo after lasting just 7.70 seconds. The stars of the Heat, however, were Legends and first RWA champs M-Star, completing the gauntlet and surviving against Shunt in the sumo before beating 14th seed Stealth 2 and then Spike Evolved in a close judge's decision. In Heat H, we saw a poor performance from Razor, only making 7 inches. In the Doghouse trial, AT-15, the number 16 seeds, crashed out too. New Boy's Sleep proved to be the robot of the Heat, completing the gauntlet and trial easily, and then going on to defeat Hassek's Hog 4 and Roadblock in battle to make it through to the semi-finals. Heat I saw the return of RWA Legends and number 7 seeds Killer 2, who easily breezed past the gauntlet and football to the arena stages. Mean Green Fighting Machine returned looking promising, but fell out at the gauntlet stage, followed by the 18th seeds and former runners-up Cyclone crashing out in the trials. Then New Machine Ninjabot caused one of the biggest upsets in RWA history, beating Killer 2 by throwing them out of the arena. But Dogmeat was a real robot to watch as they trashed Behemoth and then creamed Ninjabot in the Heat final. Heat J saw the return of the US Machine and 5th seeds Fury, as well as Chewie losing after reaching 0 inches in the gauntlet. Meanwhile, 20th seeds Robo Harvester fell in the tug of war, lasting a dismal 1.16 seconds. Fury then had no problem defeating Pussycat. The cat couldn't claw its way back into action after that, and they then beat Steam Trouble in a very convincing manner to win the Heat. RWA Legends and former champs Up Downer entered in Heat K, but despite all the hype they fell in the gauntlet, only covering 18 inches. Mastiff followed, falling out in the joust. In the arena, Shredder Racing 2 beat the 22nd seed Jet, whilst the 3rd seed, the Bodyguard, beat Dan Tom Kier in fine style. In the Heat final, the Bodyguard not only pitted Shredder Racing 2, but also the Refbot to advance in the competition. And in Heat L, our last heat, we saw former champs Wedge, reigning champs Top Secret and the 24th seeds Wasp compete. In a rare happening, all 6 machines completed the gauntlet, however one had to drop out, and that was Launch 4 after it completed it in the lowest time at 31 seconds. Tornado were next to go out, getting stuck in the labyrinth. In the arena, Wasp nearly went out to Dozer, very nearly, but then came back strongly and flipped them out of the arena. Wedge, meanwhile, were no match for Top Secret, who then showed Wasp why it was the champ in flipping fantastic fight and made it through to the semis. In the first of those, M-Star's luck faded and they went out after a poor 10-inch run. Then a huge shock as reigning champs Top Secret fell out in the pinball trial after scoring only 120 points. VMAX proved to be the stars of the show, setting the record of 300 points in the pinball before beating 4 seeds and favourites to win Firestorm. Dogmeat and Stinger were set to fight in what could have been the most destructive fight ever. However, one hit from Stinger's mace was all it took to flip and immobilise Dogmeat, sending them through to the finals. And finally, in our second semi-final, both Kilohertz and Panic Attack caused controversy, both only making a distance of 29 inches. The two had a showdown, which Panic Attack won after Kilohertz got stuck. Panic Attack's luck, however, was about to run out as they lost in the pinball, only scoring 110 points. In the arena, Fury made light work of Spike Shield 2, while Sleek caused an upset, beating 3rd seeds the Bodyguard. So, through to our grand final are newcomers VMAX, 5th seeds Fury, 6th seed Stinger, and newcomers Sleek. So you know who the competitors are. Let's take a quick look at the battle stats.
From Hampshire, VMAX.
Very quick at 13 centimeters per second, classic wedge shape with a powerful front hinge flipper, driving durability and is essential behind this, what they say. However, it's got weak armour.
From Lincolnshire and seeded number 6, Stinger.
They're good, very good. That deadly pendulum is one of the most destructive weapons you've ever seen. 18 centimeters per second top speed. Very, very dangerous. Although it is a little hard to control, they say.
From Buckinghamshire, Sleek.
Another new team that have proved very, very powerful and very, very good. 20 centimeters per second, the Flipper Slash Crusher. Very deadly weapon. They say they've got no weaknesses. I'm sure we'll find some for them in the grand final.
From Missouri in the United States of America and seeded number 5, Fury.
Veterans of the wars, they've never failed to make it through to a series semi-final. This is their first ever grand final, however. They are the heaviest, they're the second fastest, and they've got a very powerful flipper. Watch out. So they are the 4 contenders in our grand final. A random coin flip was taken to decide who would face who in the arena stages. So let's see who's up first. It's VMAX versus Sleek, meaning the 2 seeds, Stinger and Fury, will face off later in the grand final.
Rubeteers, stand by.
VMAX have been very, very impressive throughout this series with that powerful front hinge flipper. But so too are Sleek. Fellow newcomers, they could be ones to watch out for.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So here we go, the first battle of the grand final. It is going to be a good one. 2 huge newcomers, never been before in Robot Wars Armageddon, looking to make their mark in history and become the grand champions. They both want to prove themselves here. Don't forget that. VMAX getting that underneath now. They have got a classic wedge shape, means they can get underneath other opponents, get that flipper in underneath. Sleek, too quick it would seem for me. Oh, but they've now managed to push VMAX into the CPZ with Sergeant Bash. Don't forget though, Sleek was able to drive over that wedge. That could be a weakness on Sleek's point. That definitely wasn't. Look at that power from Sleek. It is a very powerful machine. 20 centimeters per second top speed, armed with a flipper and a crushing mechanism. We haven't really seen the crushing side of it, however, only the flipping side. Meanwhile, VMAX now pushing them back in Mr. Psycho CPZ. Down comes the hammer on top of the very flat Sleek. They are vulnerable to hammers and axes, I would say, with a flat design like that. They say they've got no weaknesses. Yeah, right. Oh, what an attack by VMAX. They've managed to flip Sleek up against the arena side wall. Now, can Sleek get down from there? I'm sure they can. They've got the flipper, which can self-right the machine. There it is, you see. But now VMAX once again coming in, whilst the weapon is up, and Mr. Psycho's hammer coming down. That could do damage to the internals of Sleek. Sleek is stuck in there with Mr. Psycho. VMAX taking on Mr. Psycho. What are you doing, lad? What are you doing? You can't take on the house. It's in the grand final. You've got to be busy. You've got to be busy taking on the opposition. Don't you want to win? Sleek managing to take advantage of that, ramming them into the sidewall. But once again, VMAX getting that flipper underneath. Sleek can now self-right. They have done as well. Want to get that flipper into play. They've got such strength and power. Oh, goodness me. Sleek very nearly drove himself into the pit then. Managed to just stay right. That was good control there by the Sleek team, has to be said. VMAX with a good push again, slamming Sleek into Sergeant Master CPZ. If I had to say who is on top right now, I would say VMAX. I think it's got just a few more flips in, and seems to have a bit better control of the fight so far. Pushing in once again into versus CBZ, trying to flip it over again. And they need to get away from there, and they do. Coming in with a good side-on assault, slamming them into the arena sidewall. There, right into the pit release button. The pit was already down though, so that didn't really have much of an effect. Now into Mr. Psycho CBZ. Sleek now finally coming back into this one, bringing it back to more of an even contest. What a fight this is, and what a grand final this is going to be. Whoever goes through out of these two, I think they deserve to go through. They've both been fantastic machines throughout this series. Oh no! And Sleek just ended up going down the pit just as I thought they... Well, I didn't think they would. But they're out. And now it's Fury, the number 6 seeds, versus Stinger, the number 5 seeds.
Rubeteers, stand by.
Fury, the number 5 seeds, all the way from the United States of America, against Stinger from Lincoln.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Now Stinger was able to get a one-hit KO in the semi-final match against Dogmeat. It hasn't been able to do it against Fury here. Fury will want to try and flip them out of the arena. Oh, what a shot there from Stinger! Oh, look there, the flipper! The flipper of Fury has come off already! And with that, I don't think there's much hope left for Fury now. The machine, well, they are still mobile, so maybe they can try and get some pushing. But I told you Stinger was deadly! I warned you about that. Stinger's pendulum, so dangerous. The number 6 seeds. Fury are actually seeded higher than them. Oh, and again, Fury smashed across the ring. Oh my goodness me, and Stinger very nearly went down the pit there. Great control there by Kevin Scott, team captain and driver. Down comes Mr. Psycho's hammer there. Stinger taking it a little bit easy now because I think they realise that they've managed to conk out the drive on Fury. They have. Refbot counting Fury down. That is a huge shame for the Fury boys. They've been here since Series 28. They have never failed to make it to a Series semi-final. Their first grand final. They were hoping to get their first title. It wasn't to be though. Stinger proving why they are the number 6 seeds and showing why they're such a dominant force in this competition. They go through to face VMAX in the grand final. What a fight that should be. Meanwhile, the House Robots, in slams Growler, the House Robots can just, take apart the pieces of Fury. Putting it on the floor flipper. We're going to see it flown through the air. Yes, I love that. I do love the floor flipper. I think everybody knows that, to be honest. In comes Sergeant Bash. Stinger still wanting to do more damage to poor Fury. There's nothing left. The flipper's come off. The drive's gone. Oh! And a cheeky smack there on the rear end of Cassius Chrome. Down go Fury. They are pitted. And Stinger are through. Look at this again on the RWA replay. What a shot there by Stinger. Bang! That's 100 grams of robot, don't forget, just tossed effortlessly through the air on a single swing of that pendulum. That was the flipper gone, and without a flipper, they didn't really stand a hope in hell. Dead, immobilized, smacked, smashed, and deadly. Stinger go through. So it's time for our 3rd and 4th playoff. Fury, the number 5 seeds, versus the new boy Sleek.
Rubeteers, stand by.
Have Fury managed to fix the problems? They took a lot of damage in that last fight. Sleek, very unlucky to lose to VMAX if you ask me.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Will Sleek have better control of the driving this time? By that judging, definitely not! Oh goodness me, nearly out the arena straight away! They drove straight onto the flipper, what were they expecting? What fools! Fury trying to get that flipper in place. See, Fury seems good. It looks like they've managed to fix the damage done to them by Stinger. Sleek, flip again, flip over once again. Sleek has spent more time on its back, I think, in this whole grand final than it has in its actual wheel. Once again being launched up there by Fury, but that didn't seem like such a powerful flip. Oh, Fury have flipped themselves over, and now Sleek can take advantage, getting anything, launching Fury across the arena. 100 grams that robot weighs. Just think about that, 100 grams thrown effortlessly across the arena there by Sleek's flipper. And Fury, there is something still wrong here, I think. They're not self-righting, and I think their flipper might well be broken again. No, they are trying to self-right again. Meanwhile, Sleek slamming into them. There's something not quite right here with Fury. The flipper was a bit weaker than usual earlier. Oh, and look there, the flipper's completely been dislodged. Again, they obviously didn't fix the problem. They took too much damage in the last round, and that is a shame for Fury. I don't think they're going to get back from that. Their flipper mechanism has completely combusted on itself. Refbot having a little cheeky nudge just to see if it's see if there is any life left in Fury. I don't think there is. No, and unfortunately, it is all over once again for Fury. They almost did it this year. Every single year they come back and they get a little bit closer. They debuted in Series 28, made it through to the Series... sorry, in 27, sorry. Made it through to the Series semi-finals, was given the 6th seeding for Series 28, came through the semi-finals again, was given the 5th seeding for this series, and then came 4th this year. Every year they get a little bit closer. They've been smashed, bashed and bruised by the house robots, and into the pit goes Fury with the knackered flipper. Sleek get the 3rd place and the bronze of the series. That was what happened there. The damage done to the flipper, and then the house robots finished them off. Well done to Sleek. And now it's time for our grand final. Stinger, the number 6 seed, versus New Boys VMAX. This should be one heck of a battle. If I was VMAX, though, I'd be cautious. Stinger are deadly and could very well win this. But VMAX could pull an upset victory.
Rubeteers, stand by.
There they are, Stinger from Lincoln with that deadly pendulum mace. Such a deadly robot, isn't it? And there's VMAX, the underdogs, New Boys, but very, very favoured in the pits as well.
3, 2, 1, activate.
If I was VMAX, I'd be worried against Stinger. Not only because Stinger's a deadly robot, but because Stinger's such a hard robot to get a hold of, especially when you're a front hinge flipper. Plus the fact that they also have very weak armor, don't forget. And Stinger knows how to make a example of that, slamming them and hitting them with a huge pendulum shot there, sending them across the arena. Can Stinger get another attack into that again? Yes, they can. Oh goodness me, sending VMAX there into dead metal CP. Now VMAX slamming into Refbot. I'm not too sure if that was purposeful or not. Another huge slam there from Stinger's pendulum, just crashing and smashing into VMAX. VMAX okay. Oh, what a shot there. Now VMAX have been flipped, but they can self-right. But are they immobilized? They're not moving at the moment. This is where, oh no, they are okay. They are fine. And they're attacking dead metal. What are they doing? Why are you attacking dead metal? And you should be spending your time focused on Stinger. Stinger sending them flying across the arena there with that pendulum. And again, VMAX when they get that flipper into play. VMAX, are they mobile? They are, just barely. They are fidgeting around quite a lot. Oh, look, there's the damage! The flipper's been snapped! The flipper piston has been snapped, and that means VMAX's weapon is now gone. So they've lost their weapon. They've almost lost it. Oh, what a slam there again from Stinger. VMAX, though, still moving. Somehow, still managing to go in a forward gear. They have been smashed, bashed, bruised, beaten, clubbed and annihilated so far. And what an attack there from VMAX, shoving Stinger into sharp CPZ. That there, ladies and gentlemen, was very, very good and a very brave attack. And you have to give VMAX credit where credit is due, because they are still fighting strong. Their flipper now has been lodged underneath them thanks to shove, but they can still drive, and they are pushing Stinger around the arena into Matilda's CPZ. Could we still see an upset here? Could we see one of the biggest shocks in Robot Wars Armageddon history, as Stinger will be could be defeated by VMAX? VMAX shoving Stinger across the arena here, but now being smashed up again and again being hit hard with that pendulum, and now they've been toppled. And we know that VMAX can't self right now, not with their weapon broke, not with their weapon draping out like some fat tongue on a really dehydrated dog, just slapped out across the arena, and again, and now Matilda's nearby. Stinger nearly from the arena before giving VMAX one final hit. And I think that's it for VMAX. Yes, it's over. They have been absolutely murdered. The flipper's gone, but credit to the team. They managed to keep fighting strong until the end. But it's over for VMAX, and Stinger are your Series 29 champions of Robot Wars Armageddon. And now the house robots can have their fun. There's Kill-A-Lot and Shove taking on poor VMAX. Well, they performed great for New Boys, and I hope they come back again next time around to try and claim the title that they nearly got. Onto the floor flipper she rests, and away they go, flung across the arena, nearly out of the arena there. In comes Matilda with the flywheel, doing even more damage to poor VMAX. What do they do to deserve this kind of punishment? They performed so bravely and so well, but in the pit with them, they're done
Cease.
for. And Stinger are the winners and your reigning champions of RWA Series 29. Look at this. Stinger absolutely mullered them all the way through the battle, destroying them, hitting them hard with the pendulum, breaking their flipper there. Look at the power of Stinger there, able to break the flipper piston. They didn't really have a hope in hell after that, and whilst they did manage to deflect Stinger well enough, they were then flicked up and over by the sheer force of that pendulum, flung across the arena by Stinger and then by the floor flipper. Look at this for air. Look at the air that got flung across the arena before finally being defeated and submerged to the pit of oblivion by Sir Kilowatt. Stinger are the winners and your new reigning champions of Robot Wars Armageddon. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for watching Series 29 recap, and I hope to see you for RWA Rebirth. So be sure to stay to the end of the video because there's some bloopers and outtakes. So yeah, thank you for watching. I've been Anderson9132 and we'll see you next time. Bye bye! Heat E started with a huge surprise with Kingfisher, the number 30. Oh, bugger. Fuck's sake. It's going so well. Heat I saw the return of RWA legends and number 7 seed Killer 2, who easily breezed past the gauntlet in football to send the. Oh, wait, hang on. Fuck. Heat J saw the return of the US Machine and number 5 seeds Fury, as well as Chewie losing after reaching. Fuck! In a rare happening, all 6 machines completed the gauntlet. However, one had to drop out, and it was launched 90. Fuck it! Doing so well. And finally, in our semi.
Don't know if he goes in on his own. Oh, he's gone.
Way and the winner.
Oh.
And then we'll get on with it.
Oh, I'll just film anyway. It's Anderson.
Texting his gorgeous goddess of a girlfriend.
Triple G.
And the rest. And why are you filming it sideways?
Why not? What's wrong with sideways? Sideways filmers for the win. The station, bruh. The ref bot for the win. That's my phone. I'm texting some random guy. His name is
Dennis the Menace. Well, he may as well be. He's got scruffy hair and he looks like a penis and he has a weird okay.
He needs to wear red and black jumpers.
Yes.
I'm gonna make him one.
You make him buy one for his birthday and a pair of black shorts. Why not?
It's 12th of March, isn't it?
Yeah, 12
Yeah.
March. We're just giving away his information here. I'm sure this is illegal.
I'll give you his phone number if you want. Everyone of the world.
Yeah, okay, I've got the countdown timer up now.
Hang on a minute. Got the cable.
Yeah.
Recording now.
Yeah?
Yeah. Epic song.
2, 1, go.
Oh yes. That's better.
What?
Flip him out, mate. I don't want him to win. He's fucking shit. Go on, this is vengeance for you, bitch.
This is a vengeance you slat. Oh, hang on.
Get self right, you fucking.
Oh, no.
Oh, you fucking retard. That was shite, mate. That was shite. You're shite.
Went straight through it. Like taking the top of a boiled egg, really, was it? That was
I think he's out. He's stuck under the. I remember when that happened in the wait.
Yeah.
That was funny. Oh, he's wiring up the
flywheel of death. Right. 3, 2. Whoa, shit, dude, lost it. Fuck. 1. Go! This is it! Oh! No!
Fight over.
Best battle ever! Finished in 2 seconds!
Fight over.
What happened?
I know.
Pieces have broken off of it. He's lost a back piece, he's lost everything. Look at that.
I know what's happened. Oh, he's driven into the pit release. I know what happened. Stinger got an amazing shot in.
That was the best shot ever. Told me it's got to be gone. It's not going to be great.
They got to be counted now. If Firestorm wins, then he's got a wonderful chance. Unless he faces Killer 2, then he's fucked.
Yes. Everybody's fucked once they face Killer 2. Oh, the flipper's crippling. I'm going to have to fucking fix. If he makes it through this match, I'm going to fix that. Ah!
Another flip.
I'm going to have to fix that, I think. Yeah, oh!
Almost self-fired himself.
Oh, he's got...
Brilliant. Damn.
I didn't mean for that to happen. Sorry.
Oh well, he's a...
Right. Oops.
Who beat Chaos 2?
Stinger.
Oh yeah, and then he lost to Bodyguard.
Yeah, right. 3, 2, 1, go. Oop. Ah!
Whoa, that's... Oh my god! That was 3 seconds! One flip! Top secret, you are in the final! That's quite a good victory, actually.
It's got to be the record for quickest fight in Reynolds Armageddon history. Jesus!
I think... I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to fucking pass it this time, right?
Okay.
Right, everybody here, stand by. 3, 2, 1, go! Right.
I'll buy you a cider if you pass it.
Now can Stinger do a one-hit knockout? No. It can't do
Not
it
this
against the
time.
Bodyguard.
It can
Oh my...
It can do that.
Oh my god!
It can rip the flipper off.
What a shot by Stinger!
I think he's immobilised.
No, he's still going, just... No, that didn't hit the pit release button, but... Oh my god!
I think the only way Fury can win now is hope Stinger goes down the pit.
Because I nearly almost with the pit.
He almost went down himself.
No! It nearly happened! It nearly happened! Oh, okay.
What a shit hammer.
Go pause me, go pause Cat and Fury out.
9, 10, that is the worst weapon. Just send Stinger in.
Oh my god! I'm not even getting a grip on it. This is the worst house. Every Cassius Chrome's pushing it.
Even Cassius Chrome can do more damage.